So here's an example of a positive and negative space. So in this artwork, the white shape is the positive and the black shapes are the negative. By looking closely at the negative shapes, we can see two faces emerging. Diba? If this were a 3D sculpture, then the central vase would be the positive space and the black would be the negative space surrounding the vase. So in this example, we can see two faces in a vase. Kani, diba? We are going to, natin makita ang vase, no? And the faces. So that constitutes a positive and negative space. So again, as I said a while ago, positive and negative space gives off this feeling of mystery, to particular artworks. Okay, so two-dimensional space. Two-dimensional space, also known as bidimensional space, is a geometric setting in which two values called parameters are required to determine the position of an element. Example, a point. Usually it is thought of as Euclidean space, and the two dimensions are called length and width. So we have three ways in which two-dimensional space could be given life to or emphasized. The first one is the picture plane, the second is the illusion of space, and the third one is the composition. We have here the picture plane. So the picture plane refers to the surface on which the artist works, whether it be on paper, a canvas, or a wall. So an artist may choose to create an illusion or depth by creating perspective. Now this draws the viewer's eye into the artwork and beyond the picture plane. And then we have illusion space. So when it comes to drawing and painting, it is important for artists to be able to create the illusion of space on a two-dimensional surface. In reality, now all realistic or representational art is dependent on creating an illusion. If creating realistic art is what you are after, then having the ability to create the illusion of space on a two-dimensional surface is a skill now every artist need to master. Okay, so we have here a linear perspective, the overlapping, and the size. So linear perspective is a drawing method that uses lines to draw objects to which an artist can create the illusion of space. So overlapping is when one object is positioned in front of another object. Part of the object behind it may be blocked from view. So this is what we call overlapping, while size refers to objects that are closer to a viewer appear larger than objects that are further off in the distance. So, kabantay mo when you saw or when you look at a particular painting, those objects that are closer to you as a viewer would appear larger than those objects that are far off. No, and overlapping, I guess you have an idea, no? Di ara overlapping, oh, kani. Mo na siya. And then we have placements on the surface. So generally, objects that are positioned lower on the picture plane will appear closer than objects that are positioned on higher picture plane. And then color and value. So objects that are closer to viewer appear darker in value and warmer in color. So objects that are further away appear lighter in value and cooler in color. So for details, we have objects that are closer appear more detailed, of course, than the objects that are farther away. So here is an example of what I have been discussing a while ago, the linear perspective. And I have here the overlapping. So maning katong giingon nga overlapping. I have the size. The objects that are nearer to us seems to appear bigger in this painting, of course. Okay, so we have here placement on the surface. So as I have explained a while ago, so objects that are near or nearer to the viewer seems to appear bigger or larger. Now, so we can see in this painting, this objects here appears larger or bigger than the objects here, which are far from the perspective or view of the viewer. So it actually matters now on how you use placement on the surface or how you arrange object in a particular surface. So these are one ways that artists could use in order to add drama or even mystery to their artwork. Okay?